chose the Los Angeles Music Academy for obvious reasons. Number one, I wanted to be in LA. But being that I'm from a smaller city, I didn't want to be in a place that where I was overwhelmed with all of the smoke and mirrors of Hollywood. So the location was really perfect. I wanted to be in an environment where I was around instructors who didn't just have book smarts, but people that actually were currently working in the music industry, not necessarily being coached by someone who's never played the game. So it was great that I got to be under teachers like Jerry Watts and Lynn Davis and others who have played an integral part in making me the musician that I am today. One of the most important lessons that I learned was that there was more out there to know than what I thought I knew. I'm originally from Kansas City. A lot of times, if you're from a smaller city or a smaller community, people may lead you to believe that you're a big fish in a small pond, and sometimes that'll influence the way that you think about certain things. We believe that we kind of know a little bit of everything, but the Los Angeles Music Academy really did a good job at exposing me to different musical techniques, musical styles, and people that I wouldn't know if I wasn't exposed to Los Angeles Music Academy. The Lalah Hathaway gig came about kind of like a 6 degrees of separation factor. I've worked with a lot of people that are in a close circle, almost everybody with the exception of maybe 2 or 3. And a time came about where she needed a bassist. So my name kept coming up in circles. The bass player that normally plays with her said, hey, you should call Tim. Her background singer, hey, you should call Tim. And then there were a few of her artist friends, you should call this guy Tim Bailey. So she called me, and we've had a pretty great, awesome working relationship for the past couple of years and counting. Some of the challenges that I've had on the road being with Lalah Hathaway, and none of this really has to do with Lalah herself, it's more so some of the technical issues. You get to a city that doesn't have exactly what you want, and sometimes not what you need to get the job done, but you have to get the job done. No matter what kind of amplifier you have, if you have an amplifier at all. Sometimes as a bass player, you might not get a monitor, so you might not be able to hear everybody on stage, but you have to get the job done. So one of the challenges that the LA Music Academy prepared me for on the Lalah Hathaway gig is having to learn music very quickly. Sometimes Lalah will pull out a song, a sound check, and say, I want to do this song, I want to perform this tonight. And she has a lot of music, and everybody else in her band has been with her a good 6, 7 years, even more. So I would be the one that wouldn't know the song. So I would have to learn a song in sound check and retain it, sometimes 2 songs, and have to know it during the show. And sometimes I wouldn't have the tools like a recorder or sheet music so I could write stuff down. So I really had to rely on memory, ear training, all that kind of stuff. So definitely thrown into the fire a few times, but I'm not burned. Since graduating from the Los Angeles Music Academy, I've been able to work a lot in both the live and studio arenas. I've toured with Tyrese, El DeBarge, Chitty Bang, Jay Davy, Judith Hill. I've gotten a chance to play with the Roots at their annual Grammy Jam session. I've played for Natalie Cole at the Hollywood Bowl. I've gotten a chance to work closely with Ricky Minor, Teddy Campbell, Wayne Lindsey, and other members of the Tonight Show band, and I actually can call them friend. I've played on Jill Scott's Light of the Sun album. I was featured on Hidden Beaches Unwrapped Volume 7 alongside artists like Najee and Mike Phillips. I've produced for rapper Mims, gospel artists Tamala Mann and Leandra Johnson. I've had music featured on MTV Cribs and TBS Laugh-A-Palooza. And most currently, I'm bassist and musical director at Community Bible Church of Greater Pasadena. It's been a nice little ride. If I had to give some words of wisdom to somebody looking to come in and study bass at the LA Music Academy, I would basically say if you come and do the work, there's really nothing that can stop you from being able to do what it is that you want to do. The LA Music Academy prepares you. They give you the tools that you need to get the job done, but you have to take the tools and actually work with them. But if you do it and you really work your tail off, then be prepared for greatness.